Greetings to everyone. My name is Vivendran Krishna Kumar, and today we will be presenting on satellite communication system, which is an important topic in modern telecommunication. Satellite communication is something we use almost every day without realizing it. For example, when we use Google Maps, watch satellite TV, check weather forecasts, or even access internet in remote areas, satellites are involved. Unlike cables or mobile towers, they are limited by geography. Satellites can cover very large area of the earth. This makes them especially useful in places like oceans, deserts, and mountainous regions where building physical infrastructure is difficult. Because of this wide coverage, satellite communication plays a major role in global connectivity and information sharing. So now let's look at the basic working principle of satellite communication. At its simplest form, a satellite works like a relay station in space. Information from Earth is sent to the satellite using microwave signal known as uplink. Once the satellite receives the signal, it does not just reflect it back. Instead, the signal is processed inside a component called a transponder. The transponder changes the frequency, amplifies the signal, and sends it back to the Earth as a downlink. This frequency shifting is important because it prevents interference between incoming and outgoing signal. So in short, satellite receive, process, and retransmit information over very long distance.
Hi, my name is Ayunajo binti Kara Azwan. My nomenclature is B124100792. To understand satellite communication better, we need to look back at its system architecture. A satellite communication system consists of three main segments. The first one is the space segment, which includes the satellite orbiting the Earth, like different orbits. Example, the LEO, MEO, and GEO are used depending on the application. The second is the ground segment, which includes earth stations, antenna, and uses terminals such as satellite dishes and receivers. Third is the control segment, which is responsible for monitoring the satellite health. This includes checking the battery level, temperature, and controlling the satellite's position in the orbit. And all these segments must work together to ensure a reliable communication. Next, we will explain how the data is actually transmitted. First, data such as voice, video, or internet signals are sent from the ground station to the satellite through the uplink. Because of the distance are very large, the signals become very weak by the time it reaches the satellite. The satellite then amplifies the signals and changes its frequency. After that, the signal is sent back to the Earth through the downlink. At the receiving end, the signal is processed and converted back into a usable data. This entire process is known as the band pipe communication system. Because of the satellite mainly act as a signal relay without much processing.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Ahmad Farid bin Azmi. My matrix number is B122410057, and I'll be presenting about societal impact, positive and negative. Satellite communication has many positive impacts on society. One major benefit is that it provides communication access to remote and rural areas. People living far from cities can still access the internet, education, and emergency services. Satellite systems also support distance learning, allowing students to attend online classes from everywhere. In disaster situations like floods or earthquakes, satellites become extremely important because they can operate even when ground networks are damaged. In addition, many industries such as agriculture, transportation, broadcasting, and navigation depend heavily on satellite communication. However, there are also negative impacts that need to be considered. One issue is cost. Satellite equipment and subscriptions can be expensive, especially for low-income communities. This may cause inequality in access to communication services. There are also privacy concerns because satellites can collect large amounts of data which may be misused. Another serious issue is space debris, where inactive satellites and fragments increase the risk of collisions. If these problems are not managed properly, satellite communication could increase the digital divide instead of reducing it.
Thank you, Faris. So, my name is Dinesh son of Supermanima and my metric number is B122410040. So, now we will discuss about health and safety aspects. So, satellite communication uses radio frequency signals which are non-ionizing and generally used for public use. For normal users, devices like satellite dishes and GPS receivers operate at very low power levels. Health risks mainly affect workers who operate near high power antennas. Meanwhile, physical risks can also occur during installation, especially when working at high heights or during bad weather. To reduce these risks, proper safety training, protective equipment, and strict regulations are implemented, such as giving training for workers to how to wear harness and PPE while doing the works. So the next thing is about legal and ethical issues. Satellite communication is governed by international law and regulations. The Outer Space Treaty ensures that space is used responsibly and peacefully. Organizations like the International Telecommunication Union, or called as ITU, manage satellite frequencies and orbital positions. Ethical issues include privacy, surveillance, and unequal access to technology. There are also concerns about space sustainability due to increasing space debris. These legal and ethical frameworks are important to ensure that satellite technology benefits everyone fairly. Thank you.
Okay, thank you Dinesh. So, my name is Muhammad Umar Hakim bin Kamil. My metric number is B122410060. I will present to you about culture impact, future trend and conclusion. So, the culture impact. Satellite communication also has a strong culture impact. It allows people from different countries and culture to connect easily through media and online platforms. This encourages culture exchange and global understanding. However, constant exposure to global content may reduce interest in local tradition and language. Despite this, satellite communication play a vital role in disaster response and social unity during emergency. And then we go through to the slide 10. Okay, for the slide 10, future trend, we can looking into the future. Satellite communication is expected to improve rapidly. Low Earth orbit satellite constellation like Starlink will provide faster internet with lower delay. Artificial intelligence (AI) will be used to manage traffic and improve system efficiency. Low laser communication between satellites is also being developed to increase data speed and reliability. This advancement will make satellite communication more efficiency and accessible. And then, in conclusion, satellite communication systems are essential in modern society. They help connect the world, support education, improve safety, and boost economic growth. Although there are challenges such as cost, privacy, and space debris, proper regulation can reduce this issue. With responsibility, development, and ethical issue, satellite communication will continue to benefit humanity in the future. Thank you for listening.